Hi, my name is Zarifa Hijaz. The religious site I got to visit was the First United Methodist Church in Garland, Texas. I actually got to visit the church with a fellow classmate. As we were not allowed to take any pictures of the inside, we still got to have a little tour by one of the staff members. The inside of the church was very beautiful. It was clean and there were many rooms with different colors, and I wish I could have taken some pictures for y'all, but I had to respect that the staff member said we weren't allowed to. When I first arrived at the First United Methodist Church in Garland, Texas, I did not know what to expect because it was my first time going to a church, as I am a Muslim. But the staff members I met were super welcoming and they allowed us to take pictures of the outside of the church. I found this bench very interesting because the Seroptimus International is an organization that opened in 1928 for women and girls all around the world to volunteer and to find peace and equality around the world. I found this interesting because I love finding any volunteer work that helps and benefits people for the better, and this was very inspiring. I loved seeing this bench because that organization only does good for the people. Their vision is for women and girls to have the resources and opportunities to reach their full potential and live their dreams. Their mission is to improve the lives of women and girls through programs that will lead to social and economic empowerment. On the side of the church, there was a beautiful angel statue. I read that an angel symbolizes for protection. This angel was tall and reading a book. I'm guessing it might be the Bible. It was a clean white color and it was surrounded by green grass, and behind it showed some beautiful glass. The statue complemented the building so well. The angel statue looked calm and gave the building more of a religious look. Angels are something that is between a man and a God. It is seen as in the middle. Some stories on why churches have statues is their church. It symbolizes one of their stories from the Bible. I would love to go for a walk every day and be able to see the angel. I was hoping to get to interview the minister Roger, but when I got to the church, everyone was gone already. I wanted to get the chance to interview him because I wanted to know how it felt to be a minister at a church and how their everyday life is like. A minister is a teacher at the church who teaches people about beliefs. They also lead weddings, baptisms, and funerals. They are the ones that teach and provide spiritual guidance to their community. The word minister actually means to take care of people. Some people call a minister when they are having trouble with something or need help. As I did not get to interview the minister, I still got to research facts about what a minister is exactly. The church had a stone at the front of the church that gave some history on the church itself. Some history is that it was organized in 1855 by 18 charter members. The congregation was served by circuit riding ministers who conducted worship services in a log cabin schoolhouse located on Duck Creek. A sanctuary built in 1871 was destroyed by a tornado. In 1874, the city of Garland was formed. In 1887, when the surrounding communities merged, the Methodist Church had been part of Garland's history since its beginning. Several buildings have served the congregation, which continues active ministries to its members and communities, outreach, and foreign missionary programs today. The church was built in a beautiful way. The way the bricks were placed was beautiful. They had a pattern that I thought was an amazing sight to see. The bricks were placed in a way where they kind of look like plus signs. And just the surrounding was beautiful. The way the bricks were placed were the same at every entrance. The building had a 90s look but still gave a modern feel. The details that have gone to the place was amazing. A lot of hard work has gone to it, and it shows. The building itself is old, but I can see that it held up pretty well and still looks good. The church seems to be very welcoming, and the way the church looks itself shows it all. The front of the church was very clean. There were a lot of green grass and big trees with pink flowers growing off of them. It's like it was built for there to be a lot of room in the front for just free space. I love when there's space with a lot of trees and plants because it makes it look more environmental and eco-friendly. There was not a single piece of plastic or garbage on the floor. The building looked new and the nature surrounding it was blooming. The bricks used on the building were a pretty red color. There was no dirt or rust on the bricks. The church was 2 stories. I only got to see the inside of one of the stories, but I can guess that maybe the sanctuary is on the bottom and the classrooms are on the top. The church was gigantic in size. The inside of it was more organized into halls with a lot of rooms. The church was also teaching kids, which is why I think it has so many rooms. Each room had chairs and a table, but it still felt comfortable and homey. In some way, it kind of looked like my school. There were a lot of signs everywhere, guiding people to the right place. There was an office at the front for people to be welcomed when they come in. There were windows surrounding the whole building. The church looked like it was separated into 2 buildings, but it was all connected. In the inside, there were multiple paintings in the halls, all representing something religious. The halls were a beige color, which let the painting shine more. I would love to visit this place again if I could. The front of the church kind of reminded me of a masjid. I am a Muslim, so I go to pray a lot. The building had the same architecture, which made me more comfortable being there, as it reminded me of something that I loved. I liked walking closer to the church because when I got closer to it, it looked a lot bigger. It looks welcoming, which I believe is the most important part of having a religious building. When I pass by different churches, they all look different but similar in a way. They all have crosses at the front, but the building itself is a different color or different style. Every church I pass going to school are beautiful. They all have designs on the glass. It is supposed to enhance the beauty of the church and give the person looking at it a symbol of something with a greater meaning. The church had a sanctuary. A sanctuary is the most religious and holy site of the whole church, which holds the altars. We were not allowed to go in, but I did some research, and it usually has seats to sit on while someone at the front gets up and prays. This is where everyone goes on Sunday to pray together. Christians pray on Sunday because they believe that it is the day that Jesus had risen from the dead. The sanctuary can be used for different reasons. It can be used as a shelter sanctuary, which is where people can go for protection. Humanitarian sanctuary, which is used for when people go find help or relief. And the last one is institutional sanctuary, which is used to help people who are special and need it. The church teaches kids how to love God, which is putting God first and mirroring God's love. Living faith, which is living their God's faith. Serving others, which is reaching out to the people who seem to need help with something. And inspiring hope, which is bringing comfort while inspiring hope for a future with God's peace. The church gives Sunday school for kids, teens, and even adults. People go there to learn more about their faith through their stories, gain religious language, and also to just feel closer to God. I enjoyed visiting the church. It was a great experience and I learned so much. Thank you for everything.